Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today I'm going to go ahead and do another Yaoi review. And today's Yaoi is Prisoner of the Immortal by the Insanity Team. This is a Yaoi Press publishing book, and it's not bad. It's not my absolute favorite. The story is really good, but the artwork leaves a little bit much to be desired, at least for the first story. This one's a collection of 3 stories. The first one is Prisoner of the Immortal, the second one is Offered to a Demon, and the third one is Spiral Treatment, or Student Treatment, one of those. I think it's Spiral Treatment. Now, I'll read the back to you, then we'll go further into the review, but just overall, they're decent stories. So the first one, for Prisoner of the Immortal, the story goes, in the realm of Arklane, the war between the gods and demons have finally ended. The clan of the Immortal now rule. They've demanded that each clan give up their most powerful member, called the Kether, or the Chosen One. The mortals will control the Kethers and make certain they are never used again to wage war. The Kether, Tyrus, is controlled by a brutal and insane immortal named Arlane. Arlane quickly becomes obsessed with the angelic creature. He tries to pull Tyrus into his mad fantasies. Now, the first story is literally, as it says, it's about a demonic guy who falls madly in love with this angelic being that has a lot of great powers, and it's absolutely amazing, and keeps him like a slave and abuses him. It's an okay story. It has a death in it. It's kind of depressing. There's nothing happy about it. It ends with a sick, demented fantasy becoming reality. Now, the next story is the Offered to a Demon, and this one is about a young holy man is summoned to a mining planet to help the inhabitants deal with a demonic presence. He finds out quickly he's actually been lured to the planet to be an offering to the demon general, terrifying the people. Okay? So that one is the better of the 2 stories for me. The first one, it's a little too obsessive, it's a little too harsh, and the artwork's not my favorite. It's not a drawing style I'm a huge fan of. The second one is more of a generalized kind of comic booky interpretation of how yaoi and manga is supposed to look, and it's not my absolute favorite, but the story is really, really, really good. It involves 2 characters primarily. It involves a priest named Caleb and a demon general named Cain, and Caleb pretty much in the end falls to the prey and the depravity of the demon, and they end up falling in love. And we've kind of find an interesting creation behind why Caleb's species comes into being, and it's a very, very good, enthralling story. And that's the one I read the faster of the 2. The other one I had to put down a lot because it bothered me. Now, the last story is a very, very short one, and it's pretty much like a school romance, and the back of the book describes it as a short tale of forbidden love in a French boys' school. Well, it's very vague. We don't know it's a boys' school at all when you read it. The most we get out of it, though, is we see primarily boys, which means it's give and take. But the story overall is really decent. It's by far in here my favorite of it all. I could have read an entire manga of it, and if it had been more proactive in the way it presented the story, I guarantee you I would gladly rate this higher than what I'm feeling. This is definitely a 3 out of 5, purely because the art styles are constantly changing. The storyline for the Prisoner of the Immortal is it's just too dark for my taste. The second story, even though it's dark, it has a far more playful nature towards it actually feeling like a true love romance sort of thing. And the last one is the one that's most romantic. It's a doctor who works at this private school, examines the students for their yearly physical, and he falls in love with one of the students, and it's very, very sweet. It has a very naive, innocent quality about it, but naturally there's always one person who pushes for the relationship, and it's the student. It is a very, 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 very good story for the last one. That one I could read again and again and again, but that's because it is so good. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, let me know. This one is rated mature. You really don't see much. It's all implied, but it's still, I can see why it would be rated mature because it's situational. But if you guys like it, let me know in the comments below. Thumbs up, like, favorite, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. And I hope to see you guys again really soon. And yeah. All right, bye.